So I'm hiking in the hills above Tbilisi, and the city is down below me. And I came across an Ephedra plant. This is, I believe, Ephedra equisetina, or blue stem joint fir, which is a Caucasus native, but within the same family as the other Ephedra plants, which all contain ephedrine, which is a relatively potent stimulant, not dissimilar from caffeine. But what's interesting about this plant is it is probably closely related to the plant of the Soma, the fabled Soma of the Rig Veda Ayurvedic ritual. So this in ancient times in Central Asia, the women of the Aryan tribes would go out and collect these stems, presumably, we don't know, but the stems of a plant very similar to this one. And then they would be crushed up. Some think that it might have been fermented and then mixed with yogurt or milk. And then it would be drunk by the members of the priestly class, the Brahmins, they would stay up all night writing poetry. And then this stimulant would keep them awake, basically. And it became a more or less central ritual drug of their religion. Has a very powdery flavor, kind of very dry, very bitter, but also floral. It's pleasant. It's not bad, but it definitely has a really powerful, intense bitterness. There's not a whole lot of juice in them. I would imagine it would take a vast amount of these crushed up to produce the kind of juice that you would need for a full ritual. Now, something else to be aware of, this version is blue, as you can obviously tell. But the original Soma, as best we can understand, was yellow. And we know this because the Chinese name for the Ephedra plant is called Ma Huang. Ma Huang means something like yellow hemp. And this is an interesting observation because to connect this plant with hemp or cannabis, it isn't immediately clear why this would have been the case. The obvious assumption would be that it's a drug, and they're both drugs, so we'll call them by the same name. But actually, the original cannabis that emerged in China about 8,000 years ago was not actually all that hallucinogenic. So the original plant was probably more similar to a hemp plant, which is an industrial product used bred for fibers, basically. But the drug ephedrine is supposed to be relatively potent, increases your blood pressure, your heart rate, and it's been used by athletes, for example, for performance enhancement, to give you more energy to run and to jump higher. Not bad. I wouldn't do more than a little now, though I've already had my coffee for the day. Cheers.